So let's talk about SEO now, which stands for search engine optimization. This is basically getting traffic from Google without giving Google any more of your money. So what makes a page on your site, an article in your newspaper, rank well in Google? So the most important thing since the beginning of Google has been links to the article and links to your site overall. Google treats those links from other websites like votes. And so they're trying to show what's popular, and they're using what everybody else links to as their indication of, well, this must be a strong site, or this must be this must be the more important newspaper in this town, or whatever it happens to be. Now, when it comes to a particular page, maybe there's 3 newspapers in your town and all 3 have done some article on something terrible the mayor just did and got caught at, or whatever happens to be. The article that gets more links to it can often outrank the stronger newspaper site. So if you actually have a much better article and maybe you're the number 2 player in terms of overall links to your site, you can still outrank, because links to the article end up mattering sometimes more than how strong your overall domain is. Other things Google's looking at, and they've made a lot of progress in this area in the past couple of years, is quality of the content. And by that, it doesn't necessarily mean accuracy of the content or how well it's written or reading levels, things like that. Some SEOs think that reading level is one of the measurements. Maybe it is, but what's more important to Google is they're going to be scoring that article on things like how thoroughly does it cover the topic? Does it seem to mention all of the related terms and other people's names that any other article about the same topic mentions? The quality of the images and quality to Google is really originality. So if you're using a stock photo to get an image into an article, Google can tell that instantly, and you're not going to get the brownie points for the content that you would have if your reporter shot a picture and you use that picture your reporter shot and Google can't see that anywhere else in the web. Video is a big deal. Google understands that we're all very lazy people. We don't like to read. We would much rather watch somebody or listen to somebody tell us about something than read this pile of words. Because so much of the population loves video, would prefer to consume content via video a lot of the time, Google gives any web page with embedded video some bonus points for content. Everything else created equal, that the article that has a video with the interview with whoever it is and not just the text of it is going to do better. Third bullet point there, headline and page title. This is a really big deal. It's not as big a deal as it was, say, 5 years ago, but still, the page title that shows up at the top of the browser tab when you load it in the browser, that shows up in the search results as the headline for your page, that page titles match with the words the person typed in and is searching for, really, really, really matters. And if a person searches for, what did Mayor Smith say Tuesday, and your article doesn't have those words in the page title, you don't really stand much of a chance of ranking. So that matchup matters. And we talked about social media sharing as indications to Google that that page is hot and ought to show up in the search results. So let me show you a little example. This is kind of fun. That's a pretty clever headline. However, it's about soccer or football or something like this. I don't know. This is from British newspaper. So catchy, fun, cool title that a lot of reporters like to write. If it's the page title and the main headline for that article, that's not going to do well in search. It's what you've got in that page title and the headline has to include the words people are searching for. So if this story is about these 2 teams, the people are going to be searching for the names of the 2 teams and results or score or whatever. And so that's what you want in the page title. So with any article in your newspaper, make the headline and the page title boring, but describe exactly what the story is about using the words that people are likely to search for. And then you can make the fun headline that makes the reporter happy as a subheading, but not the main title.